Welcome to the playoff
Howdy.
picks between George and I, obviously, or the douche and
Uh,
AgentWarDaddy. Um, we'll have
the
a
douche
wrap
from
up.
what? The
The
douche from what?
the douche from the douche and the nerd.
Thank you, thank you.
But
I'm kind of
uh,
famous, by the way.
whatever. But um, we are gonna have a wrap up video after this over
Correct.
overview of basically how the whole season, how the playoffs turned out, and everything.
We'll
But we're
probably
gonna
do
go with
we'll
what?
probably do a pre-Super Bowl thing too, right? Probably. I don't want to promise anything we're not going to do.
Probably not. More likely we'll just do a season wrap up.
Oh wow, damn.
But either way,
I'll
uh,
probably force him to do a pre-Super Bowl thing. Don't worry, people. All right, let's get into it.
okay.
So, playoff picture.
So we start out with Atlanta versus LA
I
Rams, to be
cannot wait.
specific.
I cannot wait for this game
So
at all.
so I'm going with the Rams on this one. Um, Simply, they've been playing pretty well all year,
Mhm.
and I don't know. I'm just not feeling Atlanta in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting because Atlanta does have the experience, Matt Ryan, and they went to the Super Bowl last year. They've just got a lot more experience than the Rams, who don't have much postseason experience, or just and they're a younger team in general, so it's hard. But I think just because of the offense, they keep putting up 30 plus points. So and I'm a little biased because my family is living in LA. I lived in LA for a while, so I'm gonna go with the Rams. I really hope they win. So
No.
yeah, we both have the Rams for that one.
Okay. All right. We'll move on to Carolina versus New Orleans. We're staying in the NFC.
Hmm.
Um, I and this one really is a tough one, but
Yeah.
I, I'm gonna have to go with New Orleans on this one. I'm gonna have to go with the higher seed again. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a close game, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
That's gonna be a close game.
Two teams
I
from the same division. I mean, there's three teams from the same division that ended up making the playoffs, which is pretty crazy.
yeah. Yeah, that's a tough one. Um, I think Cam's been a little shaky this season. So it really depends. What I think he is going to be one of the players that if he steps up, he could definitely make a difference. Um, both teams have great defenses too, but I'm gonna go with the Saints as well. I think I think they're
Um,
gonna
all
come out on
right.
top.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. Um, okay, I guess we'll move right on into now the AFC. We'll go ahead and stick with the wild cards here first. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee versus Kansas City,
Mm-hmm.
and this is another tough one for me, but I'm going to go with Kansas City. I'm fairly
Uh-huh.
confident Kansas City is going to win.
Yeah,
What
this is
it?
the first. This is the first one that I think I'm gonna disagree with you, and I don't think I think I'm just basing it purely on hope, really. I really liked watching the highlights of Marcus Mariota in his last game against the Jaguars um, to bring him to the playoffs, and I think if he keeps that momentum, he could surprise people and beat the Chiefs. It's a bit of a gamble, but yeah, I'm going with Tennessee for that game.
Yeah, I mean it'd be cool to get a little bit of an upset there. You know.
Yeah, and I'm fingers crossed.
Okay, so Buffalo versus Jacksonville. Um,
Buffalo and
I,
Jacksonville.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Jacksonville on this one.
Yeah,
Um,
that's an easy pick,
I,
in my opinion.
I just feel like Buffalo is the worst playoff team. That's my opinion out of
Yeah,
all the playoff
the,
teams. So no offense to any Buffalo Bills fans, but I think
yeah, they.
they I think they're the worst.
I mean, they just barely got into the playoffs and they were going crazy. So again, it'd be cool to see an upset, but I mean, Jacksonville, especially their defense, is just so. And Blake Bortles has been shaky recently too. So I think going deeper they'll probably have trouble because of that, but their defense is so strong. I think they'll beat the Bills.
Yeah. Anyways, on into let's go ahead and go back over the NFC.
Uh
So,
huh.
assuming that the lowest seed obviously will play Philadelphia, um, so we're assuming LA wins and that New
Mhm.
Orleans wins. So let's just go ahead and say that New Orleans is playing Philadelphia. Um,
Mhm.
I would say that the Eagles, man, I mean, they get by in our first round. I think if they can get Sam Foils to do enough, I think gives the Eagles a chance. Um, but I think I personally myself, I'm gonna go against the Eagles. I think they're the Oakland Raiders of this year. They lost their starting quarterback. It's
Yeah.
unfortunate, and I
Yeah.
think they're gonna lose. That's my
Yeah.
personal
I
opinion.
yeah, I can't. The only like I think they'd have a tough time against any playoff team without their starting quarterback, and yeah, I think they would lose against the Saints. In my opinion, I agree with that.
So we'll go ahead and move on into the Vikings. They're the other NFC team with the first round
Mhm.
bye, and I feel like no matter what team they play, as far as out of any of these teams, um, I feel like they're gonna win. No
Yeah.
matter what seed. So um, that's I'm going with the Vikings basically. Um,
Yeah.
so
I mean, the Rams have a great offense, but defense again wins championship. Not that the Vikings don't have a good offense, and
yeah.
but Minnesota's defense is just really strong this year.
It would be an interesting game. I wouldn't count out the
Yeah, I mean,
Rams. I would say
I
the
could see
Rams have
them
the
winning it.
highest chance out of any of those teams. Maybe the Saints, but
Yeah,
I still feel like the Vikings get it done.
yeah, I think the Vikings would beat any of the wild cards.
So let's go ahead and we'll move on into New England. Well, I think
Hmm.
I think New England's gonna roll. I don't see them losing against. It's just another one of those teams. I don't see them losing. You know,
Hmm.
against any of these teams. Even the
Yeah.
even the even the Steelers. I just don't see it. I mean, maybe Kansas
Hmm.
City would give them a run for their money, you know,
Hmm.
because
I
they
was
have
just,
been playing better recently. But
uh-huh. Yeah, I just looking at it, I was just making sure we have the same bracket because I picked a different team than you. But yeah, we do have the same, sort of the same. I mean, I'd have the Titans against New England, but I think I'd have them beating either team. I mean, the Patriots. I mean, every year they look really good, and this is no exception. They look really good this year.
uh,
Um,
do you have someone? Do you give someone a chance against Pittsburgh?
I think Jacksonville could surprise people. I think it's hard though. The Steelers are really good, but between I don't know. It's tough. Uh, I think either one of them would lose to the Patriots. So, but I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. You said the Steelers, right? I'll just go against you. I'll say the Jags. The Jags beat the Steelers,
Okay.
but that's a tough one. I can see either team winning.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to the NFC Championship game. Um, I gotta go. I gotta go with the Minnesota Vikings again. Um,
Hmm.
I think they're going to the Super Bowl this year. That's my personal opinion. I just don't think any team in the NFC can match them. I would say the Eagles definitely, but again, without Carson Wentz, it's just like it's a man. It's gonna be tough, to
Yeah, but
really
we have
get.
the Saints. We have the Saints against the Vikings anyway. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, well,
yeah, we.
I'm just saying if the
Yeah,
Eagles if the Eagles had Carson Wentz, that was my
yeah,
point.
yeah,
But even with the Saints, I just don't see them getting past
yeah.
the Vikings.
I mean, I could see it happening, but I would not.
It's not that I can't see it happening, obviously, but it's the point is that it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, yeah, it would definitely be tough. So yeah, I'd have the Vikings going to the Super Bowl.
And then obviously we're going to have the Patriots versus the Steelers.
Well, no, I said
Assume
I said Jags.
Oh yeah, excuse me. I'm sorry. You said Jags.
Yeah.
Well, in my case, Patriots versus Steelers. Um, I would have to go with. I'd probably go with the Patriots again. That's just as a popular pick. But part of me wants to pick the Steelers just because getting that revenge after that game being so close.
Hmm.
I think they would want revenge, and I think that would be enough to get them past the Patriots. It's just getting that feeling for revenge, and I think the Steelers would get it done. So I'm gonna go with the pick of the Steelers, even though part of me obviously wants to pick the Patriots.
Yeah, yeah. I'd say the Patriots. I don't. I like.
Mm.
I like the Jags a little bit, but I mean, comparing Blake Bortles to Tom Brady, just on that alone, I can't imagine the
Yeah,
Patriots.
and getting
Uh,
just past the Steelers will take enough gas out of them. If they
yeah,
if they can
yeah,
manage to get past that, that's gonna be really tough. But you never know.
yeah. You never know. I mean, anything can happen.
No.
Anything can happen.
So now we're on to the Super Bowl. So anything can happen here, but we're gonna obviously I have the Steelers technically Steelers slash Patriots. I'm pretty 50-50 on that.
Uh huh.
And then obviously we have I think we're both pretty firm on the Vikings being on the
Yeah.
NFC side.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, this one's a decently tough one, but I think the Vikings win the Super Bowl this year. What do you think?
You think they win? They go all the way?
Yeah, I think they win the Super Bowl. I mean, like I said,
Yeah, they got talent. They
it's a
could
bit.
do
The
it.
Vikings are a very good team this year. I think a lot of people don't give them enough respect, in my opinion, for
Hmm.
how good they really are. I mean, if you look at
Hmm.
what they haven't had really a stable quarterback, back there,
Yeah,
and
it's
yet
been
look at
impressive.
what they've still done this season. Like,
Yeah, it is
and
impressive.
they've done a very good job. And with Teddy
That's true.
Bridgewater now, and what they'll be able to do. I think they're going to get it done and win the Super Bowl this year.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could definitely see that. I don't know. I don't even like the Patriots, but I always just look at the talent they've got. I mean, Gronkowski, he's a maniac. They've got, you know, Tom Brady. But they've got so much talent. Is the point? And like, I don't even really like them, but just every year they look so good. I'm tempted to say the Patriots.
Uh,
Um, and I don't like
Patriots
the
for a
Vikings.
repeat.
Yeah, and I don't like the Vikings either because they're in the same division as the Lions. Go Lions! Um, so I feel like I can't pick them just because it'd be betraying the Lions somehow because they're in the same division. So I'm gonna go with the Patriots for another Super Bowl. Get Tom Brady another ring.
All right, I mean that's
All right.
fair. That's honestly the safe pick in this case. I guarantee you talk to most people, and it's like that's the
Mm-hmm.
safe pick that I think is gonna be the popular one.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you never know. We'll see. I mean, don't count any of these teams out. I mean, you made it to the playoffs, and that's the key. You know,
Yeah, you never
um,
know. The playoffs is so like
it's about getting hot at the
anything can
right
happen.
time. Like you can get the Patriots
Yeah,
could get cold right now, and
yeah,
they
and you
could
never know.
just
It could be the Bills against the Panthers for the Super Bowl. You never
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's
Um,
weirder things have happened.
uh huh. But
So.
yeah, so those are
Uh,
our picks. I'd
But
say.
yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. Again, we'll be back for an analyzation of after the Super Bowl. We'll talk about our regular season picks. We'll talk about our playoff picks. Talk about everything that happened,
I'm
and
pretty sure
just kind
you.
of do a wrap up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you absolutely decimated me. Like we'll have to see in the wrap up, but I'm pretty sure you decimated me in the season picks.
We'll have to
But
do. We'll
anyway.
probably will do a draft video too. Maybe like a pre-draft video to talk about our picks or something like
Hmm.
that. That'd be pretty cool. Do
Hmm.
something like that. So probably expect something like that, and we'll be back, like I said, at the end of the Super Bowl. So see you at some point in the early part of February.
All right. See you later. Oh, subscribe to the Douche and the Nerd.